Happy Wednesday, love bugs. Let's go ahead and get right into it because the SS Dillon Gabriel is sinking, and let me tell you why. So now all of a sudden everybody is wanting to know, why is everybody all on Shador? Why is everybody flipping? Everyone likes Shador now. It's not a coincidence. It's not a secret. Let me walk you back through some things and bring you back to the present. I always say, pay attention to what they say. The one thing that is consistent all the time since this draft, since everyone arrived in Cleveland, Shador as well as Dillon, is they've always continuously talked about 63 starts, 6 years in college, 3 different universities. I mean, they say it so much, it's ingrained in all of our heads. And they kept saying it, and they kept saying it, but they kept saying it like this was such a good thing. But we were not paying attention. We were not paying attention until Kenny Pickett left, until Joe Flacco left. Now it's just Shador and Dillon Gabriel. And now we get to see everything out on the table, loud and clear. Prior to arriving in Cleveland, did any of us ever really hear anything about Dillon Gabriel? No, we didn't. He wasn't one of those animated, in your face, oh my God, we got to really watch this quarterback kind of kid. He wasn't, because like they told us, 63 starts, 6 years, 3 different universities. Did anyone ever take a chance or even think about asking, what happened that made him move around so much? What was it that he couldn't stay somewhere and make it stick? Because after all, he is a supercomputer. He's so developed. He's got such a good arm. Or does he? Well, Sunday answered the question. Now everybody is talking about Dillon Gabriel, and everybody is talking about him starting because Joe Flacco is not here anymore. But they're not talking about Dillon Gabriel. And they're not talking about Dillon Gabriel because maybe we didn't do our homework as well as we needed to. And on Sunday, everything we didn't know, we now know. So Dillon Gabriel had 2 starts where he was a starting quarterback and he got to play complete games. In the preseason, he was able to get into a game. He was able to start. They were able to build him up. Then they put in Shador. That was an absolute shitstorm. And he still looks like the golden boy, except on Sunday when he played against the Steelers. This is where we actually got to see just how not developed he is and exactly who he really is. He's had 2 pressers before where he made these smug and smart alecky little comments that were double hand shades at Shador, but they were very dismissed by the media locally as well as nationally. Oh no, he wasn't talking about Shador. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And you know how we know he was talking about Shador? Because on Sunday, he got tackled. He got tackled a lot. He got sacked 6 times. But on one particular tackle with the defensive back from the Steelers, Queen, that was a little strange. Everybody witnessed what happened. After the tackle, as Dillon Gabriel got up to his feet, Queen is trying to scramble to his feet, and Dillon is doing something to his neck and looked like he was almost trying to take his helmet off. No one said anything. No flags, no whistles, no media coverage, nothing. No one said a thing, but we saw it. So now you ask, what does that have to do with everything that you said? Remember what I said. Listen to what they tell you. 6 years, 63 starts, 3 different universities. The problem that we have here, boys and girls, is the reason that he moved around so much is he had the benefit of the portal. When he didn't like how something was going, when he got frustrated, when he didn't like a certain team setting, if he didn't like the way things were going, he jumped in the portal and he went somewhere else. Well, this is the NFL. You can't necessarily jump in the portal and trust and believe. He's frustrated. He's telling us he's frustrated. He's pissed. He's angry. And it wasn't just about the tackle. He's pissed overall. This is not going how it's supposed to go. No one is paying attention to me. And Cleveland is seeing it. So now everybody is jumping ship. Now everyone is wanting to switch narratives. Now everybody is wanting to switch back to Shador. The narrative that they so carefully and precisely built brick by brick, showing Shador Sanders in the negative. As it turns out, the QB1 that you put all your eggs in the basket with, not only is he a disappointment on the field, he is a media nightmare. Because he said this and no one has said anything about it. They're not touching it. They're not going to acknowledge it. They're just going to let it sink itself. They're going to put all their energy back into Shador because they know when all of this disrupts, everything blows up in their face, everyone is going to forget about this and they're all going to focus on Shador. That's why everybody is now turning to Shador. And they are jumping ship from the SS Dillon Gabriel. Because this is who he has always been. Have you ever talked to any of his teammates? Have you ever seen anybody say anything in reference to him prior to him coming to Cleveland? No. And you want to know why? Because you don't want to talk about those things. Because we can't have a QB1 with any negative press. But they're always talking about Shador because they've already put this negative ring around Shador. Shador is not a QB1. He's a 5th round, 144th pick. He's a QB3, almost QB4. Only reason we're not putting him as QB4 is because somebody else will swoop him up. But he makes us way too much money, so we can't do that. But we are definitely not going to touch this. We're not going to say anything about it. We're not going to acknowledge it. We're not going to do anything with it. We're going to just let it kill itself. And that's exactly what is happening. Mark my words. They're not going to say anything else about this. And they're going to let Kevin Stefanski do what he does. Now, this is where it comes in with Kevin Stefanski. While you're out there playing golf with Dillon Gabriel's ex-coach, I don't know if this definitely happened, but this is what I think happened. Your boy said to you, you know what? My kid needs a team. Nobody is going to pick him up. What can you do? Okay, we'll see what we can do. They picked him up. This worked perfectly well. And what was going on with Shador anyway? But you didn't do your homework. You didn't ask about any of that other stuff because it didn't matter to you. You had Joe Flacco pinned as your dude. But then something changed that. Now he's gone. Now you're exposed. The kid who is supposed to be your great white hope turns out to be a sawed-off, bad attitude keg of frustration just ready to blow. It's a media nightmare. And nobody is touching it. Mary Kay jumped ship. But then again, she jumped ship every 72 hours. So there's that. So everybody can please stop asking, why is everybody liking Shador? It's not that they didn't like Shador. It's that they were trying to put everything they could in this kid right here. And as it turns out, in every box they checked, it's a no. 2 games starting, lost. He doesn't have chemistry with the team. He doesn't talk. He is not a media charismatic draw. No one likes him. The city doesn't like him. We'll let it die on its own. This ship is sinking. Shador Sanders, he will play. And it won't be because he did anything wrong. And it won't be because anybody wished any harm or ill will on Dillon Gabriel. It will be because Cleveland did what they always do. Opened mouth, boot fell out. You didn't do your homework. Or as I like to say, you didn't listen to what they said. All right, y'all, ain't gonna hold you. Protect your peace and your mental health.